But I think that, you and I were discussing this earlier. I thought I would be young forever. What the f happened? So a lot of times when you see people wiping down poles, and maybe you've seen this at a strip club before, you're thinking like, wow, these bitches must really think these other girls are dirty. There's that. But also, this is what makes the pole sticky, and it gets the oils off. And so you're gonna see from time to time that we're just going around and wiping these so that we don't fall down. My name is Lux ATL. I'm here with my good friend, Gala Darling. We've been hanging out for, gosh, since 2018. So it's a beautiful friendship. And today, I'm gonna do what I've been wanting to do since the beginning of our friendship and force her to do some pole dancing. So Gala, the thrust of this for your show is what are you hoping to convey here?
That you're still hot no matter how old you are.
Yes, okay.
That it's not over.
Uh-huh, okay, all right, word, okay.
It's very simple.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I'm Lux ATL from Atlanta, Georgia, which may not surprise you. And I'm here to tell you that even though I am obviously fabulous, I'm also 42 years old. I started pole dancing in 1999. A lot of y'all watching right now were born in 1999. I've been at this my whole life. And I'm here to tell you today that I'm about to be at it for another 10 or 20 years. And I'm here to teach my friend, who is infuriatingly always going to be a few years younger than me, but like me, she's also 40, okay? So she's hit her 40s as well. I think, and in fact, I know from even my own personal experience, that as a young woman, I would think about that number in horror, and I figured that you would just have to hold my funeral by now. Not because I was actually dead, but because life was over and I would have to wear sparkly Christmas sweaters and some brooches, perhaps, okay? But turns out I'm still the same person I always was. And I ain't gonna lie to you, I got some wrinkles that I didn't have before. I got maybe a few gray hairs, but you won't see those thanks to my hairstylist. But everything that I ever was, dude, is still here. And in fact, it's only more intense in the best of ways. Because as a younger woman, even though I was dancing my whole life on strip club stages all over the South, I had a lot to prove. And I was on the stage as this official hot girl, but I certainly didn't feel that way. I'm at a point in my life now where I can't believe it, but it sounds cliche. I really don't care what people think about me. And I think that makes them like me even more. So I'm gonna teach the homie a little pole flow, and we're gonna have some sexy, sexy times. So thank you for being here. Let's get into it. Okay, homie.
All right.
Now, as I mentioned earlier when we were talking, I'm going to talk in terms of inside hand and outside hand.
Okay.
So whichever hand is more comfortable for you, you can use. It's not going to mess anything up.
Okay.
I use my left hand, but most people use their right. Okay? I'm going to be teaching you this pole dance in the notion of being an actual entertainer, not a dancing doll behind a fourth wall. As you know, I grew up in strip clubs. I wasn't on theater stages. And the thing that really gets people going more than any trick is actual human engagement. So the first thing that I'm going to tell you to do, here's the audience, okay? right out the gate, you're gonna walk and you already know how to serve. You are gonna pull up that gala darling that you have been developing all these years, but not just the persona, dude, not just the persona. And here's where it gets difficult for a lot of people. You gotta pull up that real you that you're almost embarrassed to show and push it out your face.
Okay.
So I'm gonna show you what I mean.
Yeah.
Okay?
Okay.
Right out the gate, you're gonna come towards your audience, okay? Now, I'm gonna show you a no, and I'm gonna show you a yes, okay? A no would be like this. Okay. Hey. Okay, that's one no. I'm gonna give you another no. Another no would be the opposite, which is I am super duper cheerleader. I'm performing right now. Mm-hmm. What really gets people going, and I know you know this from your line of work, I know you know this, is as difficult as it can be for most people. You gotta reach down and pull up you and see this person in front of you like you love them. And you have to be vulnerably human. Neither dead, hey, or, okay? This would be a yes, a little something like this, okay? Now, you know you low-key fell in love with me
That's
right
fucking
there.
amazing.
Right?
But that's like, you literally have me eating out of the palm of your hand. You come up to me and you could say, I need $5,000. I'm like, done.
Well, and now that you've asked, how about 7? I could definitely use that. Them student loans are calling. And what I would like to say about that demonstration is that I am less concerned with making myself look hot and fabulous, though I want that too. I want you to see me looking at you.
Yeah.
Taking you in, admiring you. People don't care about how cool you are. They care about how cool they are. So I'm gonna teach you some dance movements. It's gonna be fun, it's gonna be lit. But we're gonna take opportunities throughout to be there with your audience, to actually, hi. You know, they say the cliche is the eyes are the window to the soul, but if you can, honestly, try to connect with another human being, not for show, not for this camera, not for this TV series, but like you, that person behind the camera, you. That's where the magic happens, both for your audience and for you. That's the beauty of it all, okay? All right, that's being said, we're gonna learn a little dance move or two, okay?
All right.
So here's how we're gonna start it off, all right? Okay. So as I said before, first thing that you do, come to the audience, ooh, la, la, I'm here. I'm here. Hi, okay? Then you're gonna come to the pole, and you're just gonna give us a little pole walk.
Okay.
Just one walk around the pole. Now you could do it 2 ways. You could do it like this. Hey.
Sexy.
Okay.
Frankenstein's
hey.
monster.
All right. Or you can put a little stank on it. By the way, you have to be willing to look like you're in love with yourself a little bit. You've got to be willing to show off and be a bad bitch publicly. Very unusual for you, okay?
I'll do my best.
So instead of just coming around, You want to hit them with a little bit of Now me, I like to drag the foot. I think that's kind of sexy, but you don't have to. Just a little, ooh. The pole is your friend because you can lean, dude. This is supporting you, allowing you to lean. So you're just gonna give it a walk around until you are behind the pole, and we're gonna land here, okay? So you say hey to the audience, hello bitch, it's me, I'm here, ha ha ha. And now look at me, I'm gonna let the audience take in my body, take a look at me. Now if this was the audience right here, I would stop here.
Okay.
And that's where we're gonna go next.
Okay.
Okay? All right, so let's do it together.
All right.
We'll pretend that you said, well, actually, come say hello to me.
Okay.
Okay, I'm your audience.
Okay.
Are you sure you're engaged? Can I speak to you? Okay, now
Okay.
walk it on back.
Okay.
And let's do just one little walk around.
Okay.
Yes.
And like looking this way.
This is the audience.
Okay.
We're considering them the audience.
Okay,
yes.
you are the audience. Okay.
Yes, that's right. That's how the fuck you do it. Ooh. God, you would have made every dollar in that club. Oh my God. You don't even need me. Class is over. Okay? Now, once we're here, I'm going to face you so you can see what I'm about to do.
Okay.
Okay? Now, this is a moment where you're facing your audience and you're going to kind of put yourself on display. There's a lot of ways that you can do it. I'll give you a demo, okay? Now me, I like to hit them like this, okay? I like to do a head roll. Now, honestly, all I'm really doing is seductively moving my body. There's any number of things you can do, from a hip situation to some infinity hips to even a bending over and kind of, wagging your tail, to just grooving here, okay? But you're gonna groove, and this is a kind of moment that I like to almost close my eyes to allow my audience to feel that they have the privacy to take me in without me staring them down, okay? So put it together, it would look like this. I'm gonna walk, ooh, I'm living. Now I'm facing my audience, and I'm going to, I'm gonna grind. You might even do one of these. Ooh, touch yourself if you want. Okay? Now, from there, we have our first little spin. The pole world does not have a coherent vocabulary that goes across this industry. Some people call this a merry-go-round, some people call this a carousel. I call it a dip spin. It looks like this. I'll break it down after I demo.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
So, you step on your inside foot. Do you remember in geometry, there was a thing called a compass? It had like a needle and a pencil on it.
Yeah.
This is the needle. This is the pencil. Your inside hand is a little bit above your head.
Okay.
Your outside hand is going to reach across, okay? You're going to step, you're going to reach. This guy's going to go long. And you're going to make a circle and land. Okay?
Okay.
So you're kind of pulling out. These are going to keep you alive. You're not going to fall.
Yep.
Not going to fall. Needle, pencil. Pencil draws a circle. That's it. Good job.
Thank you.
Okay?
Okay.
Good job. So, from the top, We walk and we walk and we walk and we walk and we grind and we say, hey, look at me, okay? Then here we are. Ooh, I'm back to life. I'm gonna step. I'm gonna reach. I'm gonna dip. Wee. Here we are.
Okay.
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 All right.
So, let me do this again.
Yes.
All right. Step.
Reach. That's it. Good job. Good job.
Okay.
I'm gonna give you one last tip for that. Your inside leg, your needle, he does a level change. Watch how I bend the leg. Watch.
Okay.
Watch. Level change, up.
Okay.
You see how it like went, the knee bent?
Down?
Yeah, try that.
Okay.
You've got it.
Fuck.
Bend the knee. Yes, Gala, that's it.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
Now, from there, I'm going to show you a pole pirouette. We can keep it in or not. Looks easy, might be technically one of the harder things.
Okay.
I'm going to show you the sequence that ideally we would have.
All right.
It would look like this. Dip, spin, like I just did. Pirouette, step, step.
Okay.
There's easier ways to get here, but I'm going to show you the pirouette just for funsies.
Okay.
Okay? So we've done the dip spin. Landing us here. I'm going to take my inside foot in front of the pole. I'm going to cross this guy over. That's going to allow me to unwind. That's how I'm going to turn. You're going to sniff the armpit.
Okay.
You got to sniff the armpit, sniff the armpit, sniff the armpit. This guy, he can come and help guide you. Oh, I'm scared. Don't worry. I'm holding on. I step and I step.
Okay.
You know, my feet are a pretty good way from the pole, about 2 feet, because you want to kind of have the pelvis sticking out. Let me show it to you one more time.
Okay.
Okay? Just the pirouette. I'm stepping in front of the pole because that's where I want to end up. I'm crossing. That's going to enable me to turn. I'm going to sniff the armpit. I'm sniffing the armpit. Look at me. Oh, God, my legs are tangled. What can I do? Step out.
Okay.
Step out.
Great.
And you're there.
Okay.
Okay? All right, let's just try the pirouette.
Okay.
Okay?
Right.
Yes.
So we're up here.
Yes, ma'am. Now, you're going to step your inside foot. Now cross the other foot in front. Go under your arm. That's it. Just keep turning. You did it. That's it. And that's it.
Voila. Okay.
And that's it.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
Now, let's put it together.
Okay.
We're going to walk. We're going to do the dip spin. We're going to pirouette. If at any time you become confused,
Yes.
keep it moving and just end up in front of the pole.
Okay.
Your audience, your average audience member, will never know the difference.
Yeah.
So, for example, let's say I'm out here, I dip spin. Oh shit, what do I do? I'm just gonna come right here, okay? I'm good, nobody knows,
Yeah.
okay?
Okay.
Now let's do it together and I'll call it while we
Okay.
do it, okay? So we're gonna walk.
Okay.
So let's just walk around the pole, okay? Now we're gonna stop and we're gonna grind.
Okay.
Yes, hello, that's right, yes. Yes, yes, you better use those obliques and all those abs that you have been working on.
Seriously.
All right, stand it on up. Take that inside leg and plant it. We're gonna reach across and dip. Yes, ma'am. Land. Take the inside leg in front.
Inside.
Outside leg across. Sniff the armpit. Steppy, steppy. Yes. Okay.
Okay.
How are we feeling?
Good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. This is another fun part.
Okay.
Now, at this point, I am going to be grinding my hips at the audience. Now, listen, this is not ballet. I don't know exactly what I can say on YouTube. You can cut what you need to cut.
Okay.
It's simulating sex.
Okay.
Okay? Meaning, I'm gonna be here and I'm gonna, ooh. You see these circles I'm drawing? Mm-hmm. If there was a crayon in my vagina, I would be drawing an oval on the wall. Okay? Now, one little tiny stylistic tip for our vanity's sake is that when, and this is just a detail, when your hips high, look back, because you don't want to be like this.
Okay.
Okay, so I look up, and then when I'm down, hi, there's my pretty face, but watch what happens if that's not my pretty face. So when I'm arched, I look back.
Okay.
And then when I'm down, I say, hey, all right, okay. So just some hip circles. So again, when we end up in front of this pole, we step, we cross, we turn, take them feet a pretty good ways out. Let that butt have a good foot away from the pole.
Okay.
And then you grindy, and you grindy, and you grindy. And then you can take this guy to help you. You slidey. Whoop. It's easy.
Okay.
It's not gonna be a problem for you.
Okay.
Okay? Okay, let's do it together.
All right.
Do you have any questions?
I don't think so.
Okay. Do you want to watch me do it all together?
Yeah, show me,
Okay.
give me the
Okay.
recap.
So we walk. I'm living, I'm living, I'm living. Hello. Now I'm gonna grind. Hello, hello, hello. Okay. Now I'm gonna dip spin. I'm gonna plant him. I'm gonna reach. I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna go here, here, whooshy, steppy, steppy, grindy, grindy. Help me come down.
Okay.
Okay?
And did your hips click when you do that is the question.
Not this time, but oftentimes.
Seriously, every time I try and do a like dog peeing on a fire hydrant type move, it pops.
Yes.
This is a new phenomenon.
Well, I truly do believe that it is age. And I truly...
Is there a supplement I should be taking?
I am not taking any.
Really?
Yes.
You're out here raw dogging age?
I am raw dogging. Do you know what my beauty routine is? It is oil of Olay, and that's it.
Well,
I have no serums. I have nothing. Like, I need to do something, but I don't. Okay?
Well, whatever you're doing is working.
Thank you. I appreciate that. But I think that, you and I were discussing this earlier. I thought I would be young forever. What the fuck happened? Okay.
Right. Do you think that aging is something that's unfortunate and happens to other people when you're 25?
Yes.
Yeah.
In fact, I have a diary entry from when I'm 18, and I'm talking about when I'm old at 35.
Yeah.
35 is young to me now, okay? There ain't no way to escape the aging, okay? There's lots of ways that you can try, but you can't. What I am determined to do and what I am trying to do right now is to remain active, to remain myself, to not go gentle into that good night. Are you familiar with that poem?
Absolutely.
Yes, to
All
rage.
goths know that poem.
Yes. Yes, to rage against the dying of the light, okay? I don't know when this life will end. I know, however, that sometimes I look in the mirror and I think it sucks that I'm old and my life is over and put me in the casket. I used to be beautiful and now I'm not, and now I don't matter anymore. And then I remember I thought that at 30.
Yeah.
I did. Literally at 30, I thought I was old and it was too late for me.
Yeah.
And just today, I was having those thoughts and I thought, you know what, dude? You're as young as you're ever gonna be, A. B, when you were young, you were a hurricane wrecking everything in your path.
Yeah.
And I think that instead, what I want to do is embrace and love who I am right now, imperfections and all. And by the way, I'm mostly the only one seeing them. Do you know, like I tell people, like, do you not even want to have pictures taken of me anymore? Isn't that crazy? Like, because I think I'm too ugly for photos. Is that insane? I think it might be. And then other people are like, what? You're beautiful. So I am at this point in my life where I am on a journey to continue to do things that make me feel like a vibrant woman and not a forgotten relic.
Yeah. Absolutely.
And I think I got another good 20, 30 years of that.
Yeah.
Yes.
At least.
At least, okay? I'm gonna be out here with my walker on the pole dancing.
We were
okay?
just talking about that.
Yes.
You're going to have women at your retreats with their Zimmer frames,
Oh yes, baby.
pole dancing in orthopedic shoes,
We already do have women in their 60s and beyond.
which is so awesome.
And they are living.
And here's I feel like those women in their 60s that come to you, they must be in their full no fucks given era. I bet they're like the most inspiring women in the room.
Many of them are, and a few of them are in a place of fear
Yeah.
and feeling like that they suck and that they're dead and put them in the coffin. But by the end of the week, they're usually topless in the pool.
Yes.
Yes, yes,
I love that so much.
yes.
I mean, I remember being a kid and looking at my mother who was 40 and thinking, this seems so old.
Yeah.
But I feel like when I was a kid, 40 was old.
Honey, it was, and they
The
looked a lot
Golden Girls
different.
were 50.
Correctamundo.
That's 10 years from now for you and I.
Can I be Blanche at least?
You know, I named my dog Blanche because she was my favorite Golden Girl.
Yeah, I believe it. And
She was the best.
And like honestly, and I'm about to teach you a couple more little things, but
Yes.
before I do, I also want to say this. I spend a whole lot of time in my life around naked women. It's my line of work.
Yeah.
And I know that me personally, you know, I was a stripper for much of my life. Having a certain kind of body was really important, and a certain kind of face. And I see a lot of naked women. We have in our minds this like certain kind of body that we are supposed to have. Mm-hmm. None of them do.
Nobody has that body.
None of them.
No, they don't.
Even the women who go to great lengths to achieve that through any number of measures, fitness, plastic surgery, any number of measures that you can do to try to obtain that perfection. Mm-hmm. They got stretch marks.
Yep.
You know, they've got something. And so I beat myself up for my body like it's a problem. I really do. I've struggled with this my whole life. I know that you had your own struggle in your youth. Mm-hmm. But then I see all these other women and I realize that I actually think that maybe 3 people on earth have the body that we're supposed to have, and they're 19 and they're starving.
Yeah.
You know? And so I think that it is good when you can to, let's say, go to a Korean spa where people are traditionally nude. Mm-hmm. Or come on one of my strip trips. Or any other kind of environment where you can be around other women with a sexy mood, mm-hmm. with no expectations, of sex, but a sexy vibe, and get to see other actual real human women in action, because it's a real wake-up call.
Yeah.
That what we are starving for, what we are crying for, what we don't even want a photograph of ourselves for, is something that is literally non-existent outside of Photoshop.
And the sexiest women, in my opinion, are the women who are just fully inhabiting their body.
Yes.
When you walked over to me and you were looking at me like you had all the joy and vibrancy in the world and you had affection for me, there's nothing more sexy. I wouldn't trade that for a Playboy model.
Yes.
What, like, why?
And we give these allowances for men, and I don't even mean allowances, I mean preferences. What do you really prefer? Look, I got a weakness for hot dudes, I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
All right?
Yep.
But at the end of the day, the pretty boy jumping off the cliff isn't necessarily the man that's gonna sit next to you for the next 30 years across that dinner table and build a life with you and love you. What I'm looking for in others and what I love in others, I am seeking and on an internal journey to love in myself. Now, of course, we are pole dancing. This is a realm of my passion. I've been a dancer my whole life. I was a stripper. I grew up in this world, and I became good at this, and so I enjoy it. But I think it is also a great way for women to embody a sexuality in a safe space and embody a sexuality that we have been barred from, condemned from, and judged from unless it is for the male gaze.
Or felt like we're not allowed to feel that way about ourselves unless we look like the 19-year-old Playboy model.
Yes.
If you don't have the perfect body, you're not allowed to feel sexy or express that.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you're also not allowed to be vain and like, who does she think she is?
Right. So what, we're all supposed to walk around hating ourselves?
Yeah, I think so.
Well, it's a good way to keep us powerless and oppressed.
Indeed.
Right?
And that's why what I love about this medium is that to do it right, you gotta, at least for about 3.5 minutes, believe that you're a bad bitch.
Yeah. So there's a few things that are helping me cultivate confidence in my 40s. One of them is continuing to dress in a way that brings me extreme joy. And whether that means wearing a neon pink outfit to the gym that makes my trainer's eyeballs hurt, or whatever, wearing a big fluffy hat to the supermarket, like that really keeps me feeling just really good about myself. And everybody else sees that too and feels that too, and so you get it amplified back and reflected, which is really beautiful. The other thing is taking creative risks, because when you push yourself, you realize, oh fuck, I'm actually so much more capable than I ever thought. And I always thought I was pretty capable, but no, you can do so much more. And the third thing is loving and falling in love with someone who fully accepts me as I am and is not trying to change me or tweak me or subtly critique me because it makes him feel good about himself. That is the ultimate cheat to confidence.
Well, I think this relationship has been a gift in your life that was long time deserved for you.
Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know, to be totally real, you actually have inspired me, what with the dressing and such. Because if you leave it up to me, I will go around looking like a whole hobo. I was recently going to the grocery store in, sweatpants, socks with Adidas slides, a shirt with a hole in it. Yeah. And you know what? Like, I feel like a old, ugly bum, dude. Yeah. And who do I have to impress at the Publix? Nobody. But I decided the other day, I said, look, I'm gonna take the 6 or 7 minutes to put on a little lipstick, to wear actual jeans, clothes, not pajamas. In fact, I did that today when I went to the airport. Now, normally, lately, I'd go to the airport looking like a bum. I think for a long time I was resistant against trying to look pretty because it was my job for a long time, and so I was kind of pissed off.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then I had this baby at 40, and that takes over your body in a major way, and it also makes you feel very unsexy. You were never less looked at in your life as when you're a pregnant woman. You are a taken vessel. Men are not interested in a taken vessel. The male gaze is not everything, but it kind of hurts when they don't look anymore.
Yeah.
You know, I spent my whole life thinking, don't look at me, and then they didn't. And so in the last few months or last year, I started pole dancing again, which was one of the great loves of my life. I started trying to look halfway like a human when I go out in public. But beyond the looks, because listen, girl, look, I know we're still pretty, but this shit ain't gonna last forever. Not in the way that we are now.
It's gonna be death becomes her.
Yes.
Soon. We're gonna be spray painting, shellacking that shit.
Pretty much.
Fully blown.
Pretty much. I have depended on my beauty and my body for so long that it felt like it was the most powerful thing that I had. I find a lot of confidence now in my art.
Yeah.
And putting real work into creating large-scale works of art, you know, with my podcast, my book. And that makes me feel electric and alive and confident and like I'm not 1 foot in the grave.
And that we get to age in our own way. We don't have to do what our mothers did. My fantasy is that you are still dancing and leading retreats and making podcasts when you're 85.
Yes. And I think that I will be.
I do too.
And I think that our mother's generation was a very different one.
Yeah.
And no offense, Linda Burton, but when my mother was my age, she looked like a middle-aged woman.
Yeah.
She dressed like a middle-aged woman. She moved through the world as a middle-aged woman. I guess I am technically middle-aged, though it's kind of weird to say that.
Yeah.
But I am not willing to perform a prescribed role for a woman of my age. Instead, I am determined to be Lux ATL, which, yes, is a pseudonym, but that is also me. That's the me that saved my life and that gave me everything. I love her. I appreciate her. My real name is Lindsay, and I got love for that too. But Lux was the one who came in and made something of my life, and I am not willing to relinquish her at this time.
You fought for her, you're not giving her up.
I'm not giving her up. She's too fabulous.
Absolutely.
That's the fabulous me.
That's the thing, we give up the personality, the interests, the style that we fought so hard for.
Yes.
Because we think, oh, I'm too old now. I'm going gray, I have to cut my hair short, I have to XYZ, I have to wear polyester baggy pants. No, the fuck you don't.
You don't.
Says who?
Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
And the only people who think that it should be that way are miserable themselves. They gave it up so long ago and they want other people to give it up too, so they don't feel bad about their choices.
They're hating from outside the club.
They are hating from outside the club.
Yes.
1,000,000%.
Yes.
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 And we're not fucking with them.
I'm not gonna do it, though at times I'm tempted to, because life is hard and exhausting and sometimes you just wanna lay down and give it up. But I've tried that too, and that was a whole lot less fun.
Way less fun.
Yes, and it wasn't restful. It just felt like I was giving up on everything that I'd ever been.
Okay.
Okay, so yeah, you're gonna have your butt a little bit away from the pole.
Okay.
So your top hand will be like this, and he's gonna support you. This guy, fingers will be pointing down. Yeah, so not like this, but like this, you know?
Oh,
and then,
that's the thing I always find challenging. Okay.
well, you learn. It just takes time to learn. One knee will bend as you just slide on down. Okay? You got it. See? Easy. It's
Okay.
easy. And then when you're here, once you're here, yes, that's right, exactly. It's like an L shape.
Right, okay.
Okay, let's take it from the top, bud.
All right.
Quick verbal reminder.
Yes.
It's a walk around.
Okay.
It's a grindy.
Uh-huh.
It's a step and a dip.
Yep.
From the step and a dip, you can pirouette if you feel comfortable. If you don't feel comfortable, step and a dip, just walk in front of the pole. Nobody will know the difference.
Okay.
Okay? Hit them with some of these. Just a few. Grabby, slidey, L legs. And then you can just bring it on over. Booty up. All right. Bugga if you want to. All right. I could
love
teach you a whole 2-hour class on just the bugga.
I bet you can.
I can and I do. I can and I do.
Well, it is. It's art excellence.
Yes.
You know?
You know, believe it or not, twerking skills are the hardest, in my opinion, harder than pole dancing.
Really?
Yeah. Okay.
All
We're
right.
gonna take it from the top. So we're gonna walk.
Okay.
Let's give it a little walk. I'm living. Now when I'm here, I'm gonna grind it out a little bit. Yeah. You're that bitch. That's who she is. All right, let's stand up straight. Let's put our inside foot here. We're gonna dip. Whooshy. Okay, we're gonna turn it on around. Beautiful job. Here we are. Now let's do some hip circles. Hello. Now let's bend one knee, slide it down. You're killing it, dude. You're good at this. You can support yourself on this arm. And you, ooh la la. You take this guy over, and now you're on your belly. Lead with the ass. Now here you are. Wooga. Your fiance is gonna send me some flowers after this.
He is.
Yes.
He's gonna have you on a flower subscription at this point.
Yay! You killed it. That's really good. You're a very quick learner.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah, very quick learner. I mean, that's not, I don't know if this looks easy to y'all, but it's not.
Well, you always make it look so easy. I feel like people would be like, oh, I can do that. And then as soon as you're standing next to a pole, it's like your mind goes completely blank.
Yes.
It's crazy how it does that.
Yes.
But
you do it enough and it is just, you do it in your sleep.
I feel like this is like second nature for you,
It
really.
is.
Like you're really not thinking about it at all.
No.
Yeah.
It's in my blood.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, you're an incredible teacher.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
I really enjoyed teaching.
I have to come to like something more like long of yours.
I would love to just teach the shit out of you for a whole weekend. I'm telling you, really.
I know.
Yes.
How do we make that happen?
Well, I guess I'll have to come back. Y'all come to Atlanta, okay?
Seriously. Maybe we can shoot season 2 in Atlanta.
Hubba.
You're
I
the
do love
best.
you, dude.
I love you too.
I really do, man.
Thank you.
You're awesome.
You're a champion. I appreciate you so much.
Yeah, feelings
Always.
mutual.
I want to collaborate with you for the rest of my life.
I feel the same way.
Literally.
Yes.
What you bring is so good, and it's so different, and it's real.
Well, you know, every time we're together, I wish that we lived close because I think that we
know.
would really kick it super hard.
I know. I think so too.
Yeah, but at least we get together maybe once a year or so.
Yeah.
So, yes.
That's good.
Yes, I love you.
Thank
you. Come pole dance. Do pole dancing, okay?
Yeah. Do it. Love it. Join her madness.